All I have is a story and a dream. Here I am, and that's all I can be.
I look super oily. Okay, guys, before I start the video of my interview, I just wanted to say that excuse the quality because it's super poor. It was filmed on my webcam. And then also be nice in the comment section. This is my very first interview for as like nursing career type stuff. So I'm just posting this to help you guys. So just be nice in the interview. And without further ado, here it is. This interview was for a nursing home. Now my sister is a nurse and she was telling me that nursing homes are usually short staffed when it comes to like the nursing staff, and that it'll probably be one of the easiest interviews I ever do as far as like nursing career goes. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this video. I'm good. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. I was calling to see if you were still interested in completing an interview.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what position are you looking for?
The LPN position.
Okay. And what shift?
The morning shift, if possible.
And if we don't have that available, what would be your second choice?
Overnight.
Okay, 11. And are you looking for full-time, part-time, or PRN?
Full-time.
Okay. Have you heard of Greystone before?
I have not heard of them before I applied. No, ma'am.
Okay. And why are you currently looking for a job?
I actually just graduated my program. We finished in May, so I'm just looking to start my career as a nurse once I complete my NCLEX and pass.
Okay. Okay, so you haven't done your testing yet?
No, ma'am. My date is June 11th.
Okay, well, congratulations. And
thank you.
Hopefully everything goes great, so then we can get you on board.
Thank you.
Are you available to work weekends and holidays?
Holidays, yes. I am in August. I plan on taking a class, and the only time they had available was Saturday mornings. It's only on Saturdays, but other than that, yes.
Okay, so basically what we could do, just depending on, what the shift works out, if we don't have 7 to 3 and we have 11 to 7, it wouldn't so much be an issue because we work 8. But depending on if it's in August and you were to start, in June or whatever, we could make arrangements where you would be able to work, a certain days or whatever, because everybody does work every other weekend.
Okay.
So it would just have to be where we would kind of, coordinate something and go from there with it.
Gotcha.
And so you don't have, what type of work do you do currently? Are you currently working?
Yes, I currently work in hospitality. I work at an RV park it's called Pelican's Roost RV Park. Yes, ma'am. So I just work at the front
so you're working with people now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's a good experience for you as well. Do you have future career goals? You said about going back to school. Are you interested in going back to school to further your career?
Yes, ma'am. My end goal is nurse practitioner. I'm only LPN now, so hopefully I'm going back to complete my prereq so I can get into an ADN program, but I do plan on continuing and going further.
Okay, and we actually do offer, if you are full-time here, we do give up to $3,000 a year for tuition reimbursement. It doesn't honestly matter what you're going for as long as you're going to school. That is one of the things that Greystone, stresses is they always encourage people to go to school.
Yes, ma'am.
If I were to call your current manager, what do you think they would say about you?
She would say I am a hard worker. She actually wrote me a letter of recommendation, but she would say I'm a hard worker. I'm always on time. She would probably tell you that I'm kind of soft-spoken, but I will speak up if I need to. I've been there for almost 2 years now. She doesn't want me to leave, but she's happy that I'm continuing my education and moving forward.
Absolutely. How do you handle criticism if you were to receive that from your manager?
I would step back and evaluate myself also. I particularly think I'm very good at like accepting criticism and seeing where the other person is coming from, like stepping in the other person's shoes. I just reevaluate myself, ask them, how do you think I can get better, not just telling me what I did wrong. I appreciate telling me what I can do to better myself more, than just like, hey, you did this wrong. Okay,
Right,
how do I
absolutely.
correct it?
What do you think your fellow employees would say about your teamwork?
I think they would say I work well with a team. I actually am training someone now to replace me whenever I do leave. But like I said, they'll probably say I'm kind of soft spoken, but I will speak up if I need to. I'm quick to take charge. I don't really like shy away from that type of thing. I will, tell you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this. Let's get this done. I'm very good at like making plans and making checklists and all that. So I like to be organized so we can like get stuff done and not like be all over the place.
Okay. Can you describe for me a situation where maybe you were supposed to work with somebody you didn't like, and how did you handle that?
Well, I've actually not really had any problems with my coworkers or not disliked. I've been fortunate enough to work with some very amazing people, but I can recall a time, my previous job, not the one I'm currently at now, but I worked at a hotel called, and I was a guest service rep at that hotel as well. But there we had to do laundry during our shift, wash, dry, fold, and there was one particular coworker who it just seemed like she wouldn't complete the laundry whenever she worked, but when I worked, I did, which was kind of frustrating to me. But I just pulled her aside one day and was like, "Hey, what's going on? Is there something that I could do to like help you be more efficient?" And we just came up with like a plan. If she can't finish the laundry, just divide it up. Or I was telling her like things I did to help me work faster. But other than that, I never really had an issue with any of my coworkers.
Okay. And has there been any times where you feel like, or where you've been told that maybe you exceeded the expectation of, a patient, a customer, or somebody that you've had to deal with?
At my current job, I try to go above and beyond. There's like, um, a lot of our customers are retirees and they go to Mayo Clinic a lot for appointments and stuff. And sometimes they might not be able to get like a full week that they want. And we're not supposed to technically have like a wait list or anything. But sometimes if I like know like, hey, they need to be here because of a doctor's appointment or they're going to have surgery, I'll like make a mental note in my head to like call them back if something does become available, so that they're kind of secure in that sense that I won't have to find nowhere else to stay when I'm dealing with medical stuff as well.
Oh, wow. That's very nice to do stuff like that.
I try my best.
Describe for me the worst on-the-job crisis that you've had to deal with to date, and how were you able to maintain your composure?
I would probably have to say I have a coworker who is diabetic and he does not like checking his blood sugar. And one day it was kind of low and he was getting a little shaky or whatever. And everybody's like freaking out. And I'm just like, y'all, just what do we have? And now we have an employee fridge. What do we have in our employee fridge that we can give him? Let's see if he has his blood glucose machine so we can check it, see what's going on. We had to end up calling the ambulance, of course, because that's one of the policies. But I just, took charge since, luckily enough, I have experience with diabetes. My cousin is diabetic as well, so I knew the signs and stuff, what to look for. And we just called the ambulance. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Henryatta, thank you," because I didn't know what to do. And I'm just like, "Yo, it's okay."
Well, technically, I mean, you could have saved his life then, because that can be very, it can get very serious very quickly.
Yeah.
How do you ensure the safety of yourself and the people around you? How do you make sure that everybody stays safe as possible at this time?
You mean due to COVID or just in general?
Just in general. What kind of things do you do to make sure that, your environment is safe as possible?
I try to stay positive first and foremost, because you never know what somebody's going through or how what you can say can impact their behaviors. But I try to stay as positive as possible. I try to be aware of my surroundings, making sure that the customers or the patients feel safe when I'm with them. When, as far as the COVID situation, I make sure I sanitize so that people have a sense of hey, I know that she's doing their part, especially since I work with the older community. A lot of them are very, very scared right now. And it's just no, I know that I need to, just so you can have a peace of mind. I'm washing my hands, I'm sanitizing. Whenever a new patient or a new customer comes up, I make sure to wipe down my desk so they can actually see me doing it, so they can have a sense of security. I think that's very important, to give them just a sense of security and compassion, that you hey, I care about you.
Absolutely. And what do you think that you bring to this position? What would make you stand out above, say, somebody else?
I think that I am a very hard worker. I think I am very eager to learn and put myself out there. Even though I don't have any nursing experience, I do have a lot of customer service experience, like I said. And since I've been working on the naval base, I've come in contact with different people from all across the United States. So I've learned, the importance of cultural competence, and I've learned how to better communicate myself with some people. And I just feel like being compassionate and being honest and truthful as much as possible, letting them know hey, I care, is what helps a person stick out and what makes them want to keep coming back to you.
Absolutely. So basically what's going to happen is I will give your information to Tanya and have her give you a call. And then she can kind of go over how things go. And then once you do your testing, then we can kind of go from there. We enjoy and, love having, new people to work with us, to where we can help with education and training and get you the experience that you need. And, just to try to make your beginning of your career to be a good one, because that's definitely something that, I've been a nurse for 20 years, so it's definitely, you remember where you work at, you remember the things that happen, so it's always great to work with people who actually kind of, want to help encourage you and, give you that positive part of the nursing and not some of the negative stuff that sometimes you do hear.
Yeah.
So I will give her your information, and I will make sure to have her give you a call just to give you kind of the rough idea of how things will work. We do offer, the training, the education, everything else that you can get, and then hopefully, in a short period of time, actually, then you will have your license, and then we'll be able to look forward to having you come on board with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and it was great talking to you, and good luck on your test.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, and have a nice week then.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that went really good, actually. She didn't ask if I had any questions, but I'm assuming the top girl is going to be the one. It's probably gonna be like a second interview, honestly, to like give me more information because she said, I guess I'll ask all my questions when I talk to her. But she seems very nice, this lady. So I'm happy about that.